Jenny. We are doing some tie-dye today. Some natural tie-dye, even more important. Made from turmeric. Simple, easy. I've never done this before. It sounds like a fun little way to upcycle some clothing right now. Tie-dye is a hot trend on the internet, even though I would say it never goes out of style. But from everything I've read via the internet, this should be very possible to do in your kitchen. Hopefully do it along with me at home. Grab an old tee. This t-shirt is grimy. It has pit stains. I've had it for at least 3 years. Nice and worn in though, so would never want to get rid of it. It has a nice little stain that looks like blood. Yeah, it's dirty. So we're gonna just cover that up with like a fun little yellow print. You'll never know the difference. And I'll have a new tee. So this is exciting. I'm wearing another white t-shirt that's also already stained because worst case scenario, I'll get 2 shirts out of it if I happen to get some on this one. So let's just get right into it. My computer, because I want to make sure I do this right because it's better come out good. So I did actually take a class in college that was around sustainable textiles and materials, but we did do a section on natural dyeing. So I know a thing or two. I also did a whole project on natural dyes, which I'm now just remembering. So usually with natural dyes, you'll need some type of mordant or fixative to make sure that the dyes will actually take to the fabric since they're natural. In other dyeing processes, I would say that is usually a chemical like binding agent. When you're using natural dyes, you can use things like rusty nails, like aluminum, iron, so that's like rusty nails, copper, tin, chrome. This, we're gonna use a fixative, which I'm not even sure that you have to do for turmeric, but I'm gonna do it just to be safe. So I'm gonna use vinegar, a list of some other fixatives, depending on what you're using for dyeing and what you are, the type of fabric. You can use things like salt, tannin, vinegar, which we're using, baking soda, cream of tartar, washing soda, etc. Definitely do some research if you're gonna try this with like a different type of dye that you've seen. But for cotton and linen, I believe you can use fixatives, which are things that you probably already have lying around your home, which makes it a lot easier. So we're gonna make a little bath here. It's gonna take about an hour. It's gonna be simmering, so you wanna keep stirring it so it doesn't get like caught on the hot surface. And we're gonna use 1 part vinegar to 4 parts water. Okay, so I didn't measure the water because I didn't think I had a big one and it just sounded like a pain in the ass to do that, but now I have this. I wanna say I'm gonna put 2 cups of vinegar in and see how that feels. You should probably measure this to make sure it's exactly 1 to 4, but I think we're gonna be okay. And I'm not a measurer. I like to just fly by the seat of my pants, just using Heinz white vinegar. You probably have this in your house, most likely, especially if you're at your parents' house. I know that they are sitting on some white vinegar. T-shirt in our fixative bath. I'm going to do a little research on what type of tie-dyeing techniques I want to use for our next step. It's going to take an hour for this, so now's a good time to look into what kind of tie-dye you might want. So I actually have a second pot. So I'm gonna go ahead and make my turmeric dye bath while the fixative dye bath is going. So it'll be a little bit quicker. Take another large pot. 12 cups of water and 1/4 of a cup of dried turmeric. Give us your tips below if you're a natural dyer, because this is a process, and I'm sure so much work goes into getting the right color every time. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Okay, so you definitely don't have to do this, but we had some turmeric in the fridge that needs to be used. So I just chopped this up to add to it. Hopefully it'll just like give it a darker color. One rubber band. It shouldn't be an issue. We'll see if it'll hold it together. My prerogative is kind of to have it more yellow than white. Like I would prefer the shirt to be more colored than not. So I think having it not super tight together will be okay for the look I'm going for. If you have more rubber bands, I think traditionally you can use them. It's a few hours later. It looks good. It looks pretty dark, which I'm pretty excited for. I'm just gonna drain it, rinse it pretty well, and then hang it out to dry. This is the big reveal. Hopefully it worked. So it came out pretty good. I'm very excited. Super simple process, very easy to do. Definitely recommend trying this at home if you're looking for some arts and crafts. I'm excited to try out other colors now too. There's so many things that you can natural dye with. Avocado pits, onion skins, just so many different things. So stay tuned for that, maybe on my Instagram or something. If you like this video, give it a little thumbs up. Comment down below. Thanks for watching as always, and I will see you in the next one.